Hi there, it's Rob here from the gym. I hope you're well. Welcome to this fantastic abdominal conditioning class. It's called the Six Pack Maker. There's a reason behind it. We're going to do some ab work. Okay, great all-round body workout here. So take your time, get yourself some light weights if you want to as well to make the intensity a little bit stronger. We're going to work for about 20 minutes, really targeting the abs. You need a pint of water, so grab a sip now and take it around and lick around your lips and hydrate. Yum. Sit that down on the floor. And let's find a space. Okay, so from here, just check around one way, check around the other, make sure you've got plenty of room, check above your head, make sure you're not going to put your hands in any light things. Okay, as always, seek out professional advice if you've got a problem with your back or shoulders or anything, or your abdominals as well. So take part and keep everything safe, relevant, and effective for you. Okay, to start off with, we're just going to use our mat, because we're just going to work through a bit of core stabilizer. So we're going to try and get our hips and our torso all up into a nice neutral position. So what I want to do is make a fist, place that between your feet so that you've got a little bit of gap either side of it, and that's going to be a nice anatomical position for you to be in. You're going to take your hands down by your side and have your thumbs facing forwards and web open the fingers fourfold. You're going to tuck your elbows down into the side and lift your chest. You're going to allow those knees to rock backwards and forwards in a nice straight line, your chest lifted up high. From here, tuck the elbows in tight to the side, lift your chest up high. Rock forward and backwards, toe to heel flat down to the floor, big toe to heel toe going across the foot, nice and square flat to the floor as well. From here, we're going to bring our hands on our hips, we're going to lift our right leg, and then bring it back down again. Now, if you feel comfortable with this, we're going to keep this foot hovering the floor, lift the knee high, come back out into extension. Now, if you feel comfortable with it, you can then extend back behind you. Now, there's no prizes for how many reps you do of this. This is about functionality and movement. You're going to try and keep this chest up and keep your pelvis nice and level. Lift the foot nice and high and strong. 5 more here. 4 more here. Last 3. 2 more here. And 1. Change leg. Let's go. Just work on that knee lift to start with. Keep your pelvis nice and square. Again, remember we're having that fist gap between our feet. Keep the gap there. It's quite easy for the feet to twist or turn. Let's try and get some proprioception here. Try and get our brain working through the body, through our nervous system, to our muscles to get them lifting correctly. Drive the pelvis forward and lift the chest. Now from here we can kick back and we can flex and raise the knee up. Again, if you're struggling for balance, just grab the wall, grab a chair, whatever you need to, but try and get yourself into a position where this foot is moving backwards and forwards in a nice, straight, linear fashion, lifting the knee up nice and high. As we kick the leg back, we've got extension, we're getting the glutes firing up strong. We're lifting the chest, and we're lifting the knee up high. So strong high knee flexion. We're keeping that foot nice and flat to the floor each time. 3 more here. 2 more here. 1 more here. And release, shake it out. Roll your hips for me, nice clockwise direction. Get his feet nice and parallel to each other. Rock it round, big circle movement. Change direction, counterclockwise. Get those hips moving, strong and wide, big long movements. 3 more here. 2 more here. 1 more here. Good stuff. Let's open it up. Stretch out wide with the right arm, balance on the right leg. Left leg extends out wide, pelvis driven forward, big pull through the obliques here. From here, we're going to raise that left knee up forwards. We're going to bring that right hand to touch the inside of the left knee. The arm comes back out into extension. We drop the left leg out wide and balance, lift the toe again. Hold the position. Take the knee flex again, hold balance. Bring the hand through to the knee. Stabilize and hold. Bring the arm back. Extend the leg. You should be feeling this standing leg here. Really starting to tie, yeah? Knee flex. Arm pull. Slow control movement. Extension again. Knee flex again. Hand to knee. Arm out wide. Extend the leg. 2 more here, please. Let's go for it. Up through. Hands to inside of knee. Pelvis driven forward, chest lifted. Arm back again. extension. Feel the lengthening through the abs. Come back again. Last one here. Up knee flex. Hand to thigh. Kick back to extension. Drive out and release. Roll up the hips. Shake it out. Interlock the fingers. Roll the fingers one way, round the other. Kick out the ankles. A lot of stabilizing here. Really great workout to brace the abs. And everything that works to stabilize, to stop our hips from shifting side to side. Tough workout. From there, fist gap apart, between the feet. Lift, pelvis driven. Left arm comes out wide. We raise the right leg this time. Take a moment to get your balance. Drive your pelvis forward, lift your chest. Raise the right knee, bring the left hand into it. Take the left arm back, extend the right leg. Now, if you waver like I just did, I'm loving your work. Strong lift, pelvis forward, hand to knee, arm back into extension. Kick out the right leg strong. Come back again, lift knee, hand to knee. Stabilize back out into extension. Keep the leg back out into extension. Pelvis driven forward, chest lifted again. Let's go again. High knee flex. Stabilize, balance, hand to the inside of the knee. Come back out to full extension. Drop the leg out wide and balance, control and hold. Can you stabilize? Can you hold it? 3 more here. Knee flex. Hand to knee. Stabilize back out. Control back out to extension, go wide. Glute on fire. Come back in again. Knee flex. Hand to shin or to the inside of knee. Come back out to extension. Drop out wide. 1 more. This is singing. Let's go. In knee flex. Hand to inside of knee. Stabilize. Drop back. Get the pelvis driven forward. Keep that chest up. Extend back out. And rest. Shake it out. Kick it out. Walk it out. Roll around the hips clockwise. Come out clock to clockwise. And you'll feel everything. You've got your thumbs just on those glutes in here. Those fingers around. And feel as really had a good little workout there. Grab yourself a drink of water and hydrate. Really good stuff. Okay. So, if you have a weight, bring it down, place it at the head end of your mat. Then drop down to the floor. Take a head back. Just resting on the floor here. Feet flat down to the ground. Just going to move the weight out of the way for the moment. Bring your hands down by your hips and push up into a nice back bridge. Getting a nice little curvature, re-engaging through the pelvis into position here. And slowly going to lower hips back down to the floor. Now I want you to feel every vertebrae of your back kind of like crawling up off the floor here into extension. And then slowly rolling back, inchworm, 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 back down to the ground. We're going to work again. Curl up through, slow control all the way up into hip extension. And then slowly, piecemeal by piecemeal, lower back, slowly engaging down into the ground, lower back engage. Let's lift again. Up through and curl. High hip raise, pelvis lifted. Slow curl back, through into position. Curling inch by inch, back down, lower back into the ground. Work it up again. Slowly, one by one, vertebrae by vertebrae, we lift. One by one, we slowly lower back down to the ground. Each time, it's a simple curl up through the body, a big strong lift through the pelvis up to extension. Every time, it's a slow lower back down, bottom engaging down into the ground, compressing the lower back down into the ground each time. 2 more here. So it's a beautiful little workout. And each time, if you can, want to push a little bit higher up towards the ceiling. Now, the next part here, if you walk your heels into your bottom just slightly more, curl up through the lower back, raise up, and then walk up onto the balls of your feet. Drive your hips up nice and high, control your balance. Slowly lowering the heel, lowering through the spine, keep your heels off the floor, and then place the heels back down to the ground. Here we go again. We're going to push up into back bridge, raise up high onto the ball of the feet, curl through the spine down to the floor again, and then lowering your heels down. Shake it out again. Again, curl up through the spine, Drive up onto the ball of your feet. Lowering slowly, inch run by inch run through the spine. Slowly lowering your heels down to the ground. We're going to do 2 more here. Now, if you're finding it too much, just work through the back bridge, up and down. So curling up through the spine, lift up strong, up onto the ball of the feet. Slow control, curl through the spine. Slowly lowering your heels back down to the ground. Last one here, well trained. Good stuff. So curl up through the spine, up into pelvic lift. Drive up onto the ball of the feet. Slowly curling back through the spine. Lowering the lower back into the ground. Place the heels down to the floor and extend your legs. From here, walk your feet back up so your knees are up to the ceiling. Roll your hips over to the right side, keeping the same gap between your knees and your feet. Control, use your abdominal strength to pull yourself back up to the top. Swap both feet so they're down onto the floor, then lift the right foot off the floor and rock over to the other side. We're trying to keep the same gap between the knees and the feet as we can. Control back through up. Place both feet back down to the ground. Lift the left foot. Rock and roll over to the right side. Get the whole of the outside of the right thigh down to the floor. Control, lift, back up through. Place both feet down to the floor. Lift the right foot off the floor. Tilt and turn over to the left side. Lift back up. Place both feet back down to the floor. Lift the other foot. Roll and rock to the other side. Slow control back up. Notice as well, the word is slow. We're going closed and slow. It's a great workout. Try and get the outside of the other thigh down to the floor. And keep this leg here, keep it elevated. Slowly bring it back up. Rock, both feet back down to the floor. Lift the other foot off the floor. Rock and rotate over to the side. Again, same gap between the knees and the feet. Slowly control back up through. Both feet flat down to the floor. Swap again. Lift the other foot. We're going to do 1 more on each side. Each time we're keeping the shoulder blades down to the floor, the arms down to the floor, the fingers webbed out wide down to the ground. We lift back up through into plane. We place that foot back down on the ground. We swap for the other foot. We extend. We drop into the other side. Control it. Bring it back through into plane. It's a great workout. Rotating through the column of our spine. Strong movements each time. Lift back up into plane. Foot back to the floor and extend. And stretch out on the floor. Well done. Good stuff. From here, we're going to grab our weight and place it over our chest and lift. Okay. From here, we're going to work with our right knee into our chest and then closing it out, so extending out. Now, each time, we're keeping that knee in flex, that nice and high. The right leg points out, the toe points away, and we flex it as high as we can with the right knee lift. Each time we're looking for that knee lift as high as we can towards the chest, nice high flexion at the hip, and extending back out again each time. Slow controlled movements each time, pointing the toe away from the body, fully extend the leg. Keep your head back to the floor, look up high to the ceiling. Point your toe away from the body as you're working through this move. Lower back engaged in towards the floor. High knee flexion every time. Flex that knee into the chest, fully extend each time. 5 more here, let's go. 4 more here. Last 3. 2 more here. And 1. Let's change leg. So high knee lift up with the left knee flex up high, control into the body. Remembering to keep that plantar flexion, that pointing and that toe out nice and straight. Strong leg extension through on the left leg. Knee flexed up as high as you can to the chest each time. Toe going to that nice and long. Keep working it here. 4 more to go. Now feel how it is in your lower back and in your hip flexors and into your lower abdominals. Now at this stage, you might be wanting to lower the weight, which is absolutely fine. Last one here on the abs. And release and drop it out. Just take yourself up into a quick back bridge, just release off the back. And slowly lower back down. Now, only you will know your body and how that's felt for you, okay? So, if it felt okay and you feel like you could do alternate legs, come and join me on it. If you feel like you can, you can keep both feet off the floor at all times and still work through those alternate leg movements. So we're going to raise the weight up in chest high. You extend both legs. Flex the right knee in, and then we're going to flex the left leg in. And keep repeating through. High knee flexes, full toe point away from the body, big extension through the legs. As high a knee lift as you can take each time, strong movements each time. Again, keep it safe, relevant, and effective for you. So if you're finding it too much, perhaps reduce the extension. Maybe come into just heels bent and working through here. This could be your range. Okay, if you're finding it too much, maybe drop the weight out the exercise again. The weight is here to try and give a bit of counterbalance, but also a bit of stability to the abdominals and to the transverse abdominal, the muscles that work as a corset going around from your lower rib cage all the way through to your pelvis. So we're just trying to work this as hard as we can. It's a great six-pack workout because we're using everything that our body needs in its core, as we would call it. 3 to go. 2 to go. Feeling comfortable with this, you can take a little bit of a shoulder raise just to finish it off. 1 more. And release. Dropping the weight above your head and over to the side. From there, taking yourself back into your back bridge, raise the hips up high, and then slowly rolling back down through to the floor. From here, we've got our hands to our temples. We're just going to take our right elbow to our left knee and back again. So we're crunching across the body. Every time that leg goes out to full extension, every time this elbow comes down to the floor. Twist, we turn. Twist, turn. We keep the movement here steady and strong. 8 to go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change sides. So high left elbow raise to the right knee. Point the toe away. Full extension through the body. Big kick out, big raise and twist. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, and rest. From here, feet flat to the floor, working through our upper crunch to finish with, shoulder blades off the floor. Again, if you want to, you can bring the weight into this exercise, stand up overhead, and crunch up. Chin back, jaw back, 10 to finish. 9, 8, 7. Should feel like you're laughing at the end of this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And drop it down. Rolling onto your right side, pick up your left foot, take it to a quad stretch, drive forward on your hips, lean back as far as you can. So you might feel a stretch all the way through the hip flexors and through the lower abdominals. From here, release, shake it out, pick up the other foot. Again, lean back into it, nice big stretch all the way through the front of the thigh, hip flexors extended as well. Nice deep breaths in and out. And release, shake it out. Take yourself up through into standing. From here, feet fist gap apart, flex and drop yourself down. Nice big stretch all the way through the back of the legs. Fold your arms, put your elbows down to the ground. With a nice big stretch all the way through the back of the body. From here we unfold. Slowly come back up to standing. You stretch up nice and high, extend up overhead. raise up onto the ball of our feet, and release. Shake it out. Interlock your fingers, roll one way, roll back the other way. Seriously well trained. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. Hope you're well. Hope you enjoyed that. Any questions, let me know on the replay. Grab yourself a drink of water, hydrate. Really, really well trained. See you next time for the next one. Very good. Woohoo. Definitely feel